As a woman in business, I'm sure you've heard it said that the way to success is to have a balanced feminine with a balanced masculine working together in harmony. But what does that mean exactly? So today I wanted to make a video to kind of break it down and then also give you the mechanisms of how you can actually use and know how to use your masculine and feminine in business as a Pleasure CEO. Does that sound good? Okay, fantastic. I'm very excited about this topic. My name is Christina Marassi, founder of PleasureCEO. And first up, let's give a basic definition of the archetypal energies of the masculine and feminine. So the feminine is all about beauty and radiance and pleasure and desire and being. And then the masculine is very much about doing and purpose and action and direction. And so the feminine is very much about an inward yin experience, and the masculine is about yang and outward going energy. And so a great way to look at it too is if you imagine flowers in a vase. The flowers are the feminine and the vase is the masculine. The vase provides a structure to display the beauty of the flowers and the feminine. And then another great explanation is a river in riverbanks. So the river is the feminine, kind of wild, nature roiling, ever changing. And then the riverbanks are the masculine. They're there to provide a structure for the river to flow. Now, the way this shows up in our business is that the feminine is kind of our branding and our messaging and the clothes that we wear and the ways we show up and enjoy our business. And you also want to be using practices like journaling and meditating and visioning and lots of self-care so that your feminine is happy. And then your masculine in your business looks like your structures and your systems and your programs and your launches and your marketing plans, right? So you're starting to get a gist of what that can look like. Okay, so I want to share with you what it looks like as a Pleasure CEO and how to use the masculine and feminine in business. Now, this was something that I discovered when I delivered the first round of Pleasure CEO last fall. And, I had a basic gist of what the program was. I had an outline, but it wasn't until I was delivering like module after module and putting it together that I was like, oh my God, this is even better than I thought it was. This is like an incredible body of work. So one of the biggest ahas that came out of it was this piece around how to use the masculine and the feminine in a healthy way in business. So I want to share with you what I discovered, but first I want to tell you where it came from. So a few years ago, I spontaneously did this journaling exercise of a dialogue conversation between my own inner masculine and my own inner feminine. And it was enlightening, to say the least. Now, as a strong woman, I think many people look at me and think I have a lot of masculine tendencies, and I wouldn't disagree. But when I did this exercise, guess what I found out? My inner masculine was kind of like childish, a boy, not that useful, and wasn't even that good at getting things done. And actually looked like a representative of some of the men I had been in relationship with. And that was startling because I had to have kind of a come to Jesus moment to realize, oh my God, those men that I had issues with were actually a mirror of my own inner masculine. Whoa. So that means I had some work to do around my own inner masculine. So it's a powerful, powerful exercise. And even, so I included it in the Pleasure CEO program because I wanted everyone to have this experience. And everyone discovered something so interesting. Like one person said that their inner masculine was kind of pissed off at their feminine because the masculine felt like he was doing everything and he didn't feel like the feminine was pulling their weight. And logically I kind of understood that because that's something that's sort of floating around in the culture of something viable. But then I was like, hang on, wait a minute. The feminine isn't supposed to be working at all. She's supposed to be looking pretty and in her pleasure and desire. And the masculine is the one meant to be getting things done. So there's a real kind of healing that needs to happen around the masculine and feminine for all of us. And I kid you not, I swear that this is like the work that could change everything. So I'm going to invite you to do that process for yourself, and then I'm going to ask some questions at the end. But now I want to share with you what I discovered as a Pleasure CEO of how you can use the masculine and feminine in your own business. You ready? Super excited to share. All right, so this is what I discovered, that first it all begins with the feminine. She is the one who has the spark of desire. And if you remember from the other videos, that desires are holy and they are from your soul. So the feminine has that first spark of desire that sort of propels you in a direction of a nutrient you need. And ideally, the feminine just delights in that desire and just enjoys the longing and the wanting. Well, then that generally awakens the masculine to be like, I am totally turned on by that desire. And the masculine wants to get things done and to be of service. So the masculine comes in and was like, I want you to have that, woman. So I'm going to create a plan and a strategy to make it so. And to me, that was a revelation to see how they could work together in divine union. So this is how I've been running my business. I take time in the morning to tap into my desires. What does the feminine want? And then I call forward my masculine to come in and help me create the plan. Like, I am sort of in creation mode for the next launch of PleasureCEO, and what's coming through is so good and slightly radical, and I can feel the way the inner masculine and the feminine are working together. So this is how a Pleasure CEO utilizes the archetypal energies of their own inner masculine and feminine in business. What do you think? All right, so I want to leave you with a question. Number one, do you have anything else to add to this conversation around the masculine and feminine and how to use them in business? Because I have some ideas to share, but I'm here to create a Pleasure CEO sisterhood because I can't do this all alone. I need you, and we need each other to birth this new operating system for success. And then I also want to invite you to try out the journaling exercise. It's as simple as having a piece of paper. It's like you're creating a dialogue, and you would write feminine ... and tune into your feminine side and see what she has to say. Even if you're imagining it, let the pen flow. And when she feels complete, then you would write masculine ... Tune into your masculine side and then see what he might have to say, and then let them have a conversation between the two. And I would love to hear what you discover, because this feels like such an important topic that I swear to you feels like the answer to everything. So let's dive in deep together this week, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. All right, everyone, take care.